Hi, it's me Vamp, and welcome back to Vamp Plays. This is going to be a sort of beginner's guide for the Defect. The Defect is one of the 3 classes right now in Spire. Don't know if they have plans of making any more classes. It's definitely the latest class. And I thought with Spire coming to PS4 soon, it's actually time to check it out. So, let's see. Since I've done this before, obtain a random relic. That relic is basically a trash relic. But, cards in a minute will get what we need. Okay. So basically, here's how this class works. This will let me chain a lightning. Each of these passively deal 3 damage at the end of the turn. If I invoke them, which means if I can destroy them, it deals 8 damage, but I actually need a special card to destroy it. I don't know, any card really that's in my deck. I'm going to choose 2 blocks because these does passive damage, so, you know, I don't, unlike the other 2 classes, I don't have to worry about dealing direct damage to it. Now this is dual cast, so basically what you do is evoke your next orb twice. Remember how this does 8 evoke damage? Well, it will do 8 twice. So that's actually pretty handy there. We're going to strike. We're going to, yes, take a little bit of damage, but it's calculated damage, which this dude does not heal after every battle. So you definitely have to choose wisely. Since he's only attacking, we're of course going to attack. Why wouldn't we? And that kills him because both of them did damage. Now, this brings us to our next point, which I was hoping that this would be the choice. We're going to choose it even though ideally it's not good for us to have too many different orbs because especially if you're first starting the deck, it can get pretty crazy. But basically, the orb we chose makes it so that at the end of your turn, you passively get 2 shield. That's what it does. So instead of attacking like the lightning one is, the frost one is going to be defense. Hopefully I'll be able to show you a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and invoke one of those. Unfortunately we killed it, but hopefully you understand where this is going. We'll take this. See, that's for a 3 orb deck. There's also one more orb type that I'm hoping that we get to talk about. Okay, that better be a good relic. It's a terrible relic. We did all that damage to our health for no reason. Too. Yeah, okay. Come on. Ben! Okay, sometimes you get stuff like this in the game. Okay, I don't even know. Oh, we got a relic. Ice cream! Ice cream is very good for this deck especially. It means per turn, you know, in between turns you'll keep whatever energy you don't use, which is very good. Okay, here's Cold Snap, which is good because it's what we want to talk about. See how it goes up there? If I evoke it, I gain 5 block, but passively gain 2 block. And then this will enable us to draw cards. And and then we activate this, and just like you know, any other class in this game, you'll hand go to the discard pile, you'll redraw new cards, and bada bing, bada boom. Now, I'm going to do this, and this, because I'm hoping I'll get a chance to show you guys what happens because I know I already have 3 things, but I can get another thing. Here's what will happen. What will happen is, once I channel another orb, it will automatically evoke the orb on the very end. So that is actually pretty good. Now this card is, if I were going for a frost deck specifically. Remember how I told you guys that there's different decks you can go to for? There's frost decks, there's lightning decks, there's dark decks even, but we haven't come up against any dark. But you know, let's go ahead and get our defenses up a bit, because I mean, we kind of need to the best we can, honestly. Because this, okay, so since I'm showing you guys, really going like turn split like this might not be the best way. I should be going per se a lightning deck, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And since I don't have as much health as I'd like, and as you saw, that gave me 2. Now, so, because the cards like that say make it so all enemies take lightning damage, the cards that make it so, like I could choose this. Basically, I'd become like a defense tank type player. So see, I gain an insane amount of defense at it. So I gain 6 defense at the end of the turn just by doing that. And let's say I want to gain bonus for 1 turn. I just pop another orb, and there you go with that. Okay, and I'm doing my passive damage once again, and I may not have all the defense in the world, but I am getting some defense, which is actually very good. Now, this will give me, yeah, 2 of those cards. Now, I'm going to go ahead, do this, but that's mostly so we could get on to the next game as soon as possible, because, you know, I don't want you guys to have to put up with all of this, you know, because we actually have a little bit more to go over, because there's a little bit more to this deck. It's a little more than meets the eye, which is pretty brilliant in my opinion. I mean, and it's random which one it would strike, so you see how that's not dead? It's because it was random. Okay, we'll go ahead and give ourselves 5 shield there. That's good. And I get rid of this. We're overkilling ourselves with shield, but I mean, rather have too much than too little. The only downside about the shield is the fact that the shield eventually goes away. Right now, we don't have to do anything because we have ice cream, which relics are key to this deck. Don't get me wrong, the deck is fun to play on its own, it really is. But if you don't have relics, like see the ice cream gave us a 3 from last turn, and added distance. You don't have relics, so you're not going to make it very far in this game at all, let alone this deck. Okay, so we're going to do that. And the brilliant thing is, after each battle, we will actually get, you know, a card. We will get to choose between 3 different cards, which can be pretty crucial, honestly. Reason it can be pretty crucial because, you know, you gotta power up your deck. That's how this game works. Like right here, we could gain block. I think I will gain block, and gain 2, we channeled one of those. And then I was hoping they would die, but you know, it's okay, it's okay. Actually, we have just enough to block both of those. So see, the shield one isn't that bad. He's basically a shield hero. Everyone thinks the shield hero is terrible, but I mean, the shield hero isn't necessarily terrible at all. I mean, yeah. Okay. Let's see, and we'll go ahead. You know what, we'll do. What's a little bit of damage between friends, right? So, there are 2, actually, believe it or not, there are 2 more orbs that I am going to talk about, and if we don't get what we need after this at the card reward, I'll actually clip the video and then I will return once we actually get 1 or 2 of the other orbs we need, because I want to show you guys the other 2 orbs because they are actually pretty cool. Okay, let's see, and that, and that. So that should finish him off. Okay. And okay, this is where I clip the video till we get what we need. And now this card is actually very good in this deck. It's not necessarily key, but it's a real good card to have. Now we can look at some sort of key cards. I'm glad we went to this market because this can give you guys an idea. So this, at the start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb. So if it's passive, it gives you shield, it gives you a shield. If its passive is to, you know, do lightning damage to the enemy, it does lightning damage to the enemy. Let's see. It is actually very good. Like I said, relics are kind of the relics are kind of the, not necessity, but relics are kind of the backbone of especially this deck. We're also going to get this because lock on makes it so they take more damage from orbs. But yeah, relics are kind of key in this deck. I mean, they aren't the most key thing in the world, but they are kind of key. And I didn't even get to show you guys my favorite kind of orb yet. So I'm going to clip the video again, and I will be back when we find the orb through the power of editing. Yeah! Okay, I'll just explain what the Darkness Orb does over time, which is the one we were trying to get, but sadly, I wasn't able to get. But I want to show you guys how this dude actually fares against a boss, which unfortunately for me, he might not fare very well right now because, ooh, this is good. This is good. Okay, so you see this rainbow card I'm using? It gives one of each orb. Good. I was just about to give up on giving you an example of all the orbs. But, here we go. So, this orb, which actually, as you know, Frost Orb, you know Lightning Orb, the Dark Orb, its passive is at the end of the turn, increase this orb's damage by 6. By what it means is that bottom numbers. And then, whenever you invoke this orb, it does that much damage for what the bottom number is. So, I mean, this is actually a pretty awesome, you know, card. I like to compare it to the Spirit Bomb on it. That's just what it reminds me of. The Spirit Bomb. And that dude, for each orb you'll have, you know, does more damage. I don't know if you can hear the rain outside, but as of recording this, it's raining right now. I'm gonna do the damage to it. I should have gave it vulnerability first. But you know, I'm smart, so yeah. Okay, we might have to go our shield hero, which is, it seems like that's what we'll have to do, shield hero. But not full shield hero yet. We will go ahead, activate this power, do some damage, and end our turn. You know, just like partial shield hero. I know I've been mentioning shield hero a lot, but in full disclosure, I actually, you know, like watching that show, so yeah. Quite a bit actually. Doing 10 block, doing 10 damage to me, so that's good. And I can deal some damage to it. So this is basically how it is against the boss. Now if I was paying attention to my health, I'd have more health, but I mean, this is okay, I guess. 8 damage because the boss gives you burn cards, which at the end of the turn I'm going to take damage for, unfortunately. I'll go ahead and do this. And I guess I'll activate this. It will have me draw a card, but I don't really need to draw a card, but it's okay. And yeah, this is how it faces up. And as you see, that bottom number is getting quite big because, you know, at the start of my turn, my passive ability triggers, and it also goes off at the end of the turn as well. So yeah, I mean, I could set off now to do 40 damage, or I could wait. The waiting is better, so I'm going to wait. Some people would say I shouldn't wait, but I'm gonna wait because, you know, I want to get more damage. Okay. So that's 14 damage that it's going to do to me, so. Okay, I could do that for 100. No, it would be -6, so it would be 102. I'm gonna do it, guys. Okay, and we finished them off. And that's how that black orb works. I know you're thinking that black orb is awesome, which is pretty awesome. And power cards are very helpful in this deck. I mean, relics are kind of the la creme of the la creme, but power cards are actually, yeah. Okay, you never would want this. Enemy intents are kind of key to most of my strategy. Okay, I'm going to choose that mostly because of the fact that I already have a thing that whenever I sleep, I'd be able to, yeah. And that's actually what I'm going to, all I'm going to show for this particular run. I've gone over everything I wanted to go over. Hopefully this beginner's guide has helped you, and hopefully I will catch you guys in a future video. Later.